Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Weedcraft Incorporated, episode 2. So, in our last episode, we got through sort of the base tutorial part of the game, where they tasked you with some of the basics. We've now been given an extra $20,000 on top of the $15,000 that we have earned, and we got an extra skill point, which we actually have 2 because we didn't spend our first one. So we've got plenty of things to do, plenty of ways to go about things. So let's analyze the market, because now we've been giving one new strain of weed. We can also buy new ones, lots of strains of weed, but also there's a lot of different customer groups here. So let's take stock of our new thing, Tropical Bliss. Now it looks like a fairly innocent thing here. I mean, all it's got going for it is tropical flavor and carefreeness. That might be that might seem like a little, but there's some good stuff to it. So first off, we can see who of the baseline customers in the city like this. And the number one, tourists. Tourists, they like the tropical flavor. They really highly value carefreeness. They put 2 star points on the feeling of carefreeness. They also like energy and mild hallucinations, but Tropical Bliss doesn't have that. But that's okay. They still like it. They also are packing as much as the jocks, so they've got some spending cash, so we can make some good cash from these guys. But if you do a little digging, there's more than just the tourists that are interested in this stuff. So if we look on here, one of the things you can do, just as we added a front business to our tea room here, some of the more advanced front businesses have the ability to add customers to a location. Now, the 2 choices we had for our family home didn't really work, so I'm good with the tea room, even though they don't add customers, because we're not selling at the family home. There's just vagrants and cancer patients, and we can't even get at the cancer patients yet because we haven't unlocked the option to go legal and medical yet. But they're definitely a consideration for the future. But over here in the marketplace, we're starting to rack up some heat with our 2 dealer spots. And there's room for a third spot, and there's front businesses. And as we can look down here, there are 3 of them that add whole new groups of customers. So here we've got party people who like floral flavor, and they really care about the flavor. A feeling of euphoria and giggliness, but we don't really have. I mean, there's Maui Wowie and Space Queen, but they only hit one of their desires. We don't really have the ability to cater to them. We got the laundromat lockers, which make more regular Joes. There's already one group of regular Joes here, so this would make them as populous as the vagrants. Now there's Granddaddy Purple that really caters to their needs, but we don't own that yet. We could buy it, and actually in some of my test games I went with the Granddaddy Purple, but I'm gonna go a different approach here. They don't have quite as much money, but it's decent. They're better than the vagrants. But down here we've got the grifters. Now the grifters are packing $20. They're a little bit richer than the jocks. Now what do they like? They like Maui Wowie, because it's got 2 things here, but they also like Tropical Bliss. They don't love it, but they like it. They like it enough for me to consider going after it, because if we grow Tropical Bliss, it'll appeal to both the grifters and especially the tourists. And we already are in a spot where we can kind of get at the grifters. So let's pursue that angle here. So first things first, let's we got to get ourselves some more growing location. Also, we got to up our game here because we just unlocked a whole bunch of equipment. So let's up our game here. We are going to keep this all as Super Lemon Haze, but now we can put our equipment to use here. So one of the things that we got was we got tier 2 equipment. In this case, the DIY CFL, and I really want this because our current thing also puts out 2 degrees, but this gives us 20 more grams of product. So we want that. How do we get that? We have to upgrade our grow level. So this costs us $6,000 to upgrade our level, but then it'll let us start using more expensive equipment, and I like that. So we're gonna get that level up. Bing. So now we can replace all of these with the high tier stuff and get even more yields every time we harvest. Now it's going to cost us, but I'm willing to shell out for this. Now as far as planting medium goes, I forget. Did we get? Yeah, we didn't unlock the tier 2 planting mediums yet. So these are all going to stay as is. But that being said, we do want to plant here. And since we're going to be getting into planting on building up another location's worth of planting here. Actually, I think what we're going to do here, we want to be able to create the demand first, because without that in place, we need that in there. Now we need to shell out 15 grand to get this place up here. But at the very least, even if we're not going to be immediately selling to the grifters, it's still it still counts as a front business. So it still lowers police vigilance here, and that'll keep HQ off our backs. So bada boom, bada bing, and we'll have our employee work on the lowering of that there as well. So now you can see grifters are now part of the mix. In fact, they might start. Now they might nibble on the super lemon haze. They're not really that into it, but you know they might throw a few bucks at it. And they have the price point to be able to absorb the cost of that. Actually, do they even like the super lemon haze? Yeah, they're at 0.5, so they will spend 0.5, 23. Yeah, we don't want them to go to 0 because then they won't buy anything. Yeah, we'll do 23. That's fine, because they'll still buy. The jocks will still buy an appreciable rate. We'll be good. And yeah, we got epic tier quality, so that's good right there. And now we're going to be creating even more quantity while we're at it. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to expand. We need to get more growing space, but this is going to cost us some money. So I think what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to fast forward a little bit here while we grow. I'm going to keep tending the plants myself, because that way we don't have to hire an employee for it, and we'll have our one employee just continuously work on the system here. So I will see you guys on the flip side once we've got a little extra cash under our belt. Okay, so we've gathered enough cash to start our operations here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire a new employee to start tending our plants. Yeah, we'll go for Sophie. Here you go, Sophie, because you start with a point in that. So she's going to start tending our plant operation over here. You know what, I might want to hire 2 people here, just to get her a partner to work with. That way they can make sure their plant production, because we're going to be expanding our growing operation pretty quickly here. Anybody that's along here that knows how to do plants? No? Well, actually, yeah, Rebecca does. Yeah, we can hire you, Rebecca. Welcome aboard. You are also in the plant business. Now you two keep up with that production. Keep, and that way this whole thing will cook on its own. Like, I won't have to touch it anymore. It won't be quite as efficient, and we also have to be paying them for that, but they'll be doing the stuff while we focus on. So let's get a grow room going here, because we've got some experimenting to do. So we're back to tier 1 in this location. Oh, wait a minute. So it's cheaper to upgrade the grow before you expand it. Curious. Well, let's one thing at a time. We'll start with these because I like these as sort of a good starter light. It's a good intermediary. But we're gonna go to a tropical bliss. Now we don't know anything about their soil requirements. I'm going to just put them in. Oh, we can just put them in simple soil because it does nothing special, but it does help the quality a little bit. Start growing, save the plant setup. And now we have to do some experiments on the soil because now we haven't been spoon-fed anything. We don't know what the right temperature is, we don't know what the right humidity is, and we don't know any of the 3 soil types. So we're going to try to do this as efficiently as possible. So we're going to do it scientific method here. Set the top one to 9. This one we're going to keep at a 5. This one we're going to put at a 2, and the other 2 we leave alone because we want them as controls. And then we'll deal with temperature and humidity later, because, yeah. Also, we are going to, we will eventually be selling Tropical Bliss here instead of the Reggie, so now you can stop yelling at me about it. And the Tropical Bliss, this one we are going to be cranking up. We want you about the same as that, because the grifters can pay for it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to see what the ratings are on each of these, and then find which one's the higher rating, and then just sort of zero in on that. So you are 8 out of 15. Wow, we're starting out pretty high. 9 out of 15. 9 out of 15. Okay, so this one's actually the weaker of those two. So the 9s out of 15s, we can look at our log here. We got the 9% at a rating of a 2 or a 5. So I'm thinking let's narrow it down. So it's probably not a 1, but we can test 1 just to be certain. But we also want to test a 3 and a 4. So one of those is going to have the superior rating for that type. Alright, we got 9 out of 15, 9 out of 15, 10 out of 15, we have a winner. So the 10 out of 15 is a 3, so the correct answer for nitrogen is a 3. And now we test for the others. Set potassium at 2, not potassium, phosphorus, 2, 5, and 9, because again, we don't know what ballparks we're dealing with here. We will narrow this down, my friends. Narrow it down real good. New competition in the marketplace. Okay. Well, alright. 9 out of 15. 10 out of 15. 10 out of 15. So, not really conclusive here. We got the 2 out of 2 and the 5 here. So I think it's going to be the same kind of range here. So we'll set you to a 4. Set you to a 3. You were already a 2, so we'll use you to check the 1. We'll deal with that competition in a minute here. Okay, so that, let's see, how did we do here? We got an 11 at a rating of 4, so that allowed us to narrow that in. So phosphorus belongs at a 4, so we'll apply that. Last thing to check here, 9 and 2. Alright, what are they selling? They're selling Maui Wowie, Super Lemon Haze, and Jawbreaker Kiss. Well, I don't like the fact that they're selling the Maui Wowie because they are poaching our grifters hard. And we paid real good money for that too. Gosh darn it. Well, for now they're gonna be eating the market here. I mean, it's weaker competition. There's stuff we can do against them soon enough. I'm waiting for one of my employees to gain a level here before we take more aggressive action here. Alright, so 10, 11, 11. Let's see here. We've got the 2 and a 5. So yeah, this stuff likes it on the lower side. So we'll do the 4. I mean, if the 9 one was higher or was the better option here, then we'd definitely go after that one. But there we go. Now, unfortunately, we've run out of waters for this growth period. So we're going to go ahead and let them grow themselves up. So we can harvest these real quick. We'll get some better quality stuff as we go along. But then we can check the final here. Alright, so we've got these growing again. And now let's see how we're doing here. So he's still got us even on that. So let's start dropping the thing. See if we can't get some kind of if we can break into. Okay, we're number 2 now. Nope, and then that takes us off the thing here. So we want to be there, so we're at least number 2 on the rankings. Super Lemon Haze, we're good. Although, how are you doing against? Yeah, we're still better Super Lemon Hazing it up over his, so we're still good on that front. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's check our final things. 11, 12, 10. Okay, I think we found it. Our magic thing for Tropical Bliss is 344. Excellent. Now let's study temperature. So what we're going to do here is we're going to... I guess we could expand the grow operation. I want to test this. So if we level up the grow right now and then expand, what happens? Are we still at level 2? Yes, we are. So it's actually cheaper to upgrade sooner. Beautiful. All right, well, we're going to get you to the DIY CFL. Now we're going to start getting equipment in here. And we're going to start with the small fan. And we'll also do... Well, we'll build the humidifier in a moment. I'm not doing more pots because we're still using these for testing purposes. All right, so we're sitting on 76 degrees, and what were we? What was the last one? So temperature 76. Okay, so let's drop you a little bit. Because we can make it cooler. That makes it a little better. Although drop it at 74. That makes it a little better. 73. 13. So 74 degrees is our magic number. There's our temperature, folks. Aha! Sophie Spencer has gained experience. Wow, she leveled up before he did? Damn. You smart, Sophie. Well, you're gonna help us out. So one, you're going to get I'm going to give her the skill point into growing, so now she's more efficient. But secondly, we're going to befriend her, because we have a couple of things. One, we got to negotiate her salary, and we want to be friends with her, so she's happier with us for that. But two, we have a favor for her to ask of her. So we're going to play our little mini game here. And they come up with personalities and stuff for every single character in this game. Let's see here. Alright, those are 3. We didn't get any free topics, but we can try these. Alright, interested in business. Fortunately, that exhausts that topic. Education, good. Family. Fears that her family is in danger. Interesting. Alright, yeah, we need to get higher levels to use that. Alright, I'm going to risk a tell me about yourself. Yeah, backfired on us. Alright, well, we're still familiar. We can go back to her later. Let's discuss work, because she's going to want a raise here. So she's at 300. I'm going to give her 150. All right. We'll do the favor once we're friends with her. All right. So let's take a look over here. So let's buy that small room humidifier, because now we can play with the humidity here. So humidity has been at 60 this whole time, and we need to probably bump it up or down a little bit. So let's see. I'm going to take a guess it wants more humidity? Nope. You want less humidity. Yes! Ooh, okay. Now we have the perfect stuff. We actually don't need the humidifier. We do not need it at all. Why? Because we can just drop one thing of freaking, what is it here? One thing of peat moss, and that will lower the ambient moisture levels by 1%. And now we don't need to run a humidifier, or I guess in this case a dehumidifier, to lower the humidity level. And yeah, I'm fine with having one growing in peat moss. The quality's still fine. All right, excellent. Now we can expand. So let's get our setup here. We know, yeah, we still want everything else in the normal pots. Let's get a light here, a proper light. We do want the fan in there because we do need to keep control of the temperature, especially now that we're turning up the heat with some additional items here. All right, Mark finally leveled up, so let's give him some skill points and also try to befriend him. So you, my friend, are going to get a skill point in selling, and let's talk to you, see if we can't get you on the up and up. Who names their coffee chain after a dead meme? Alright, one more freebie chat. Alright, business. Alright, doesn't care about business. Education. Doesn't care about education. Family? No. Wow, you are a closed book, my friend. You are a closed book. Well, I guess we'll just discuss your raise here. So we'll give you the 150. Wow. You don't really, you're okay. And well, by paying them more than I needed to, his motivation went up. That factors into some things. Tell me about yourself. Yeah, alright. never mind. It's a risky one. You can maybe get a freebie out of it, but yeah. All right, but still, we got you leveled up, so that's a good thing. We are building up quite the stockpile of Super Lemon Haze. I think we may want to drop the price a little bit more here, just to get our star rating up a little bit higher. All right, back to our operations here. Yeah. It's going to take a little bit more cash here to get us going to expand properly. But once we have this grow operation fully kitted out and we're saturating the grifter market, then we can actually start taking a shot at our target audience, the tourists. Because I'm going for really high volume here. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit here. These things take a little bit longer to grow, but that's okay. We're getting really good quality out of all this here, so next will probably be a step up in quality compared to the first batch that we put out there. Alright, we're making money. We're making money. Game, don't do that to me. Come on. I might want to take out a loan because this is going to require a lot of capital outlay. Yeah, we're going to let the market decide. Yeah, he don't like me. Competition strength increased. Alright, we're going to have to do something about that because you're annoying me. I'd prefer not to have to share. So let's see if we can't let's see if we can't get Sophie back on our side here. We should have our chats renewed, so we can get our 3 chats. We can also revisit a lot of the topics that we know about them. All right, she's friendly. I'm gonna top her off since we're here. Because relationships decline over time, and she's now finally able to talk about that. No, okay. I'd like to ask you a favor. Can you convince the competition's customers to buy our product? So basically, ask her to lower the strength. Basically, she's going to be pulling overtime and screwing with the competition, bringing the people repping for us, basically, at the marketplace. And help me as a friend. This is above and beyond her current duties. Sure, I'll be happy to help. So we just lopped 15% off of their strength because of her. Boom. So if you can see, let's see if we can't just annihilate them. Rebecca Jade. We haven't talked, even though you haven't leveled up. Let's see if we can't get you on our side here. Heavily Christian school. All right. Sometimes you get free topics from the chats. And this is why I start with the chats. Christian school. All right, so just free topic, good. Business. All right, interested in business. This is turning out good. I just need one more, I think. Family? No? All right, I'm gonna risk the tell me about yourself. Damn it! There are perks that you can buy to get ahead of that. Also, speaking of perks, there's a few different categories we can go into here. One of which I want to get into here is networking. I want to be able to employ one more person per city. Right now our limit is 3. We can go up to 4. We're not quite ready to hire 4, which is why I haven't taken the perk yet. But then there's another one on top of that. I'm just waiting for more skill points here. I'm glad that you can bank them. Let's take a look at you, Mark. Let's see. I think you've reset yet. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of back at square one. And you didn't really give me any, you didn't give me any other things. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And I'm not going to ask him about himself because that's not going to go well. So it's, you know, some people are friendlier than others. But every sale we make, we'll be getting more and more goodies. All right, let's see how our grow operation here is going. Yeah, get more of this good stuff. Oh yeah, this stuff finishes faster because it's in the peat moss. And this one's just about done. There we go. Excellent. And I think we have enough to expand. Because we want lots of volume here. That's 3. Okay, yeah, it costs a lot to fully expand. All right, you know what? I think I am going to take that. I'm going to take that loan, just because there's so much more we can invest in. And I want to show off my Gambit air. I want to see if the Tropical Bliss Gambit pays off, and if we can really hit the town. So that's going to require a large infusion of cash. So yeah, you can see your profits and losses here. They got all kinds of goodies here. So yeah, there's a few months where we're highly profitable, and then back down. Last month's profit is good. Local finances. Bank. Let's talk to you, Mr. Banker. I need a loan. You know what? I think we can put 25K to good use and get that turned around quickly. Well, that was easy. Well, thank you. All right, so let's get this grow operation going here. By the lighting. We'll get our Tropical Bliss going here. All right, now what I'm going to do over here is we're going to open up we're going to rent the space, and yes, that does take 10K. That's painful, but that gives us access to the tourists. And we can do a dealer's corner to sell here. And now we are in competition. Now this guy, we actually like this guy, and he likes us. So I'm not going to actually try to sabotage him, because according to some of the game's tooltips, good things can happen when you are friends with your competitor. So I'm just gonna make sure it sits there and is top rated for the tourists. Oop, that's third place. That's first place. We'll keep you at $20. Because I do want to make sure we are first place. And actually, while we're here, let's talk with Johnny, Big Bad John. Just to top off our thing here. Make sure we're good and friendly. And that way, when certain events fire, he'll be friendly into us. Lives alone in a small apartment. Well, you know what? That's good enough. I don't think it's I mean, yeah, we could ask him to shut his business down, but yeah, nah, we're good. And there's no... actually, yeah, we could ask him to help us out in Marketplace. Help me as a friend. Let's see if we can get him to help us out here. Well, bam! He knocks 20 out. Hot damn! Thank you, Big John. Big Bad John's actually a pretty cool dude. And yeah, I don't think he'll mind too much us here. And like I said, I'm not taking any of those hostile actions against him. He's fine as is. Alright, so we still have cash to our name. Oh, right. We can continue to expand this. 12K. Well, that's going to use up all of our cash. Let's just keep this going here. Okay, yeah, we haven't said that. So look at that, 2,400 bucks. Bam. And actually some artists want to buy our stuff too. All right, now we haven't made friends with this cop here, so we're gonna want to keep an eye on that. Maybe we should make friends with the cop. I think that's probably a good idea. Now it's a different cop, Horace here, but let's see if we can't buddy up with him. And we still got that perk that makes us start higher relationship with officers here. As a kid thought firemen were cooler than police. Interesting. All right, well, we're already pretty good into familiar. And this guy likes pot. I mean, he's accepting of it. He's still a cop. He's still got to do his job until we convince him not to. All right, so fireman, policeman. All right, that's going up nice and high. Business. Education. Ooh, education. Beautiful. Hey, you mind turning a blind eye? Help me out, buddy pal. Excellent. So now the cop will leave us alone, and I mean, I still want to get a front business going there so we don't spook the chief, but for now I think we'll be okay. All right. Right then. So yeah, we're gonna add selling there to your list of things. Keep you good and busy. Just look at those tourists. All them tourists. Here, I'll help you out. Beautiful. And the grifters are pulling in the cash pretty well too. Yeah, we've actually blown through our whole supply here, so we need even more volume. I love that stuff is giving off a red aroma there. Alright, let's get you expanded. Get you going. Alright, we're still, we can actually, yeah, we're still good. We can take the heat, so we can get Tropical Bliss here. Because yeah, we got across the whole town, we got 3 different groups that all want this stuff. The grifters not as much as the others, but still pretty good. And they're all paying us a pretty decent amount for it too. And we're pulling some pretty awesome volume here. All right. Hey, 25 in cash. Sweet. All right, we got our milestones. Canny Consultant. We got Sneed's CO2 bag. This will temporarily add an extra 5% on yields, which is pretty nice, but it's an equipment slot. We have access to Haze, which is a spicy taste, anti-fatigue, happiness, and energy. What else we got? The True OG. Holy crap. Also spicy. It gives you focus. It gives you a feeling of upliftingness, relaxes your body, helps you sleep, and gives you profound Marxist thoughts. I love it. I love it. The town's ours. It's time to expand. I narrowed our options down to Fargo, North Dakota, Boulder, and Colorado. Both places have legalized medical weed. Only Boulder has legalized it recreationally. So what do you think? Well, where do we go next? Well, you'll have to stick around and see. If these two videos prove popular enough, and if YouTube is gracious enough not to advertise their unfriendly, demonetize them, maybe we'll keep this series going. So in our next episode, if there's a next episode, we will I'll show you where we go. But I think Gambit's successful as far as our tropical haze goes. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, better, and different. Your feedback's always welcome. If you want to get your hands on this game, it is available, I believe, on the 12th to the general public on Steam. Pick up your copy today. Well, pre-order your copy today, and tell them Pinstar sent you. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!